Thank you for joining me today at my coffee chat video. Today we are at Copper Star Coffee, a fun little quirky place down in the Melrose District in Central Phoenix. It's actually not far from where we live, so it's kind of a nice place to stop by and do some work on your way home, get a little afternoon pick-me-up, if you know what I mean. So today we're going to be talking about how to choose the best CRM for your business, and we're also going to discuss the 3 big concerns that agents face when making this big decision. Okay, and then at the end I'll give you some of my personal recommendations on CRMs that I've used firsthand and been able to demo and kind of figure out for myself whether or not they're worth the investments. And I'm really excited to talk about this today because this is one of those frequently asked questions. We probably get asked this question more than any others when it pertains to like real estate systems and things of that nature. And in fact, when I was teaching my systems class last week, that was the first question that was asked during my Q&A. What is the best CRM for me? So I definitely wanted to do a little video kind of sharing my thoughts on CRMs for real estate agents, and believe me, I've got some thoughts. So first, I kind of wanted to start with the 3 big problems that real estate agents run into when choosing a CRM. First off, a lot of real estate agents don't totally understand their business well enough to understand what kind of CRM is right for them. And what I mean by that is, if you remember from my last video regarding systems, if you haven't spent the time to break down your business workflow by workflow, process by process, step by step, then you don't really understand the tasks and workflows and, just work in general that you want to offload onto your system. To make an effective financial decision on what CRM you want to invest in, you first have to understand your business from a high level perspective. You have to understand the workflows in place, the systems that you have in place. You need to understand your daily and weekly tasks and what they look like for you before you can then offload them onto an automation tool like a CRM. So it really starts with understanding the systems aspect of your business, because there are 5, 10, 15 different CRMs that could work for you right now, work with you right now. And to really make a sound financial decision on that investment, you have to have a very clear understanding on your business as it is today. So if you haven't done the work on breaking down all of the different workflows in your business and systemizing your business from A to Z, go back to my last video, check that out, do that work, and then you'll find choosing a CRM is going to be much easier. So like all real estate agents and really any entrepreneur or small business owner, you are at risk. You are at risk of the shiny object syndrome. You are at risk of the changing winds of influencers and opinions and thought leaders sharing what you must do now, the must do now tactics. What it really comes down to is you have to understand as a business owner what systems and what workflows are you going to be able to commit to and do day in and day out. The problem when it comes to the mindset of an entrepreneur is we are designed to do as little work as possible, to leave at the end of the day and do whatever we want and be lazy after the work is done. So it's not natural for us to have step-by-step repeatable systems and workflows. It's just not the way the human brain was designed. Now, while we like routines, it's the setting it up that's difficult for us, right? So when you understand your strengths and your weaknesses, where your habits lie, how you can be the most productive, effective agent possible, that's when then you can make a sound decision on a CRM, because you know what you need to help ensure that your leads aren't falling through the cracks. And that's all a CRM really is. It's making sure that you're staying in front of your audience, you're staying in front of your leads, and that you're able to nurture them long term or convert them more quickly when they come in online or whatever it else may be. You really have to understand what it is you want your CRM to accomplish for you. Part of that, again, is the systemizing thing, but if you are thinking that a CRM is going to have that shiny red button, that when you push it, it will offload all of that hard marketing work, all of that hard drip campaign work, follow-up work, it doesn't work like that. So if you are spending your time trying to figure out what the best system is for you in order to reduce the greatest amount of stress possible, that all starts from understanding what processes you hate the most and what CRMs can take this out for you. Because the thing is, the most important job of a real estate agent is staying in front of their audience. So however that has to look for you, wherever your audience hangs out, whatever your audience needs to hear, and this includes your sphere of influence, your past clients, warm leads, long-term leads, whoever the people are that are going to be giving you business, you need to understand where they hang out and what they need to hear in order to stay relevant and top of mind for them. A CRM is only a small part of that equation in your business. It's only the vehicle in your communication and long-term communication goals with those clients. If you are more than a year into your real estate business and you're still asking yourself, what is the best CRM for me? You are asking yourself the wrong question. What you really need to be asking yourself is, how am I going to stay top of mind with my audience? How am I going to deliver them the information that they need to hear? And how am I going to be the central hub of all things real estate, so that when they think of real estate or house or buy or sell, or a friend mentions it to them, you are the first person that comes to mind. So that's your biggest struggle in your business. And a CRM, again, is just a very small part of that. So let's not get it twisted. The CRM isn't going to remove all of those really hard, heavy lifting objects in your business, but it will help with some of it. So the last big issue that I see a lot of agents run into when thinking about CRMs is there is no right CRM for every single real estate agent. Because like I said before, all of our businesses are different and unique. And so you have to understand where your dollar producing activities actually are in order to then choose a CRM that will most complement and leverage those activities for you. What this means is there is really no end all be all CRM system for everything or for every agent. And when you also think about it like that, it also kind of reminds you that no CRM is going to do it all for you. Okay, because your business is so unique and so special and so individual to you, no CRM is going to cover all of the bases for you. So let's just get that out of the way. Now, the only way to make your business more productive and more profitable is by creating intentional, massive action. And then on the flip side of that, the only way to create that intentional, massive action effectively is to have very clear understanding on your goals and your strengths and your weaknesses and how you can leverage those to help further your successes. So here's an example. If you are a solo real estate agent and your goal is to have $6 million in sales volume this year, and you know that your most effective driver of leads is open houses. That's where you are the most effective in face-to-face. You can crush it. You have your follow-up systems nailed down perfectly. Your CRM, your perfect CRM for where you are in business right now, is going to be vastly different from the CRM that a team leader of 15 individual agents and a massive marketing suite, it's going to look a lot different from that kind of situation. You can't just ask somebody what their favorite CRM is and expect to get a valid answer, because it may or may not be relevant to your business model at all. And again, that goes back to understanding your business, knowing what systems drive your business and what systems make your business the most profitable. So again, the best CRM is going to be the one that you are going to feel the most comfortable using, the one that you are going to know will fit with your strengths and weaknesses. So maybe it's not a CRM that is tricked out with all of the crazy bells and whistles and it's top of the line, super high investment, and it's going to take you 100 hours just to figure out how to implement. That might not be it. Maybe you need something that's a bit more introductory or basic, just to kind of get going and get the feel of using a CRM, especially if you haven't done it before. And then the whole point of having that CRM in place is to leverage your successes to create more revenue, to then invest in those more expensive CRMs with all the bells and whistles and the marketing platforms and whatever else. Or maybe that's not you. Maybe you're on the flip side of that equation and you have a prospering team of 15 agents and you need the CRM that is going to allow you to customize to your heart's content and trick it out and invest tons of money and time into it because that's what your business needs. So the short answer is, I don't know what the best CRM is for you. Only you know the answer to that question, and only you can do the research that matters to figure it out. I know you came here for a reason, to watch this video, so I'll hold good on my end, and I'm gonna give you my recommendations on CRMs. And now these are CRMs that I have had firsthand experience with and have at least demoed before and feel that they might be a good fit for you if you're in one of three situations. Situation number one, if this sounds like you are a solo agent. Maybe you're 0 to 3 years in the business, you have less than 250 people in your database, you just need something streamlined, easy to look at, easy to maneuver, and you might be a little intimidated by automation, but you're willing to learn. So if that sounds kind of like you, I would take a look at LionDesk, Contextually, or I would also look at Wise Agent. Those are three that I've had firsthand experience with. I actually really prefer LionDesk because for $25 a month and all of the capabilities that it has, you really can't beat it. And again, all of those links are in the blog for you too, so you can take a look at that. If this sounds like you, so you've been at this real estate thing for a while, you're proud of your growth, you maybe even have a couple of team members, but you're really looking to start leveraging some of the lead generation services that you've onboarded. Maybe you're paying for Zillow leads, maybe you're really building out an aggressive Facebook marketing campaign, something like that. And you need a system that's going to make sure you don't let any of those online leads fall through the cracks. Something a little more robust. Then you want to be looking at Follow-Up Boss, Top Producer, and maybe even Shebang. And so those are going to be a little more robust. They're going to have more capabilities for you to create those automations, to disperse leads throughout your team members, whatever that might look for you. So definitely take a look at those. Right now I personally use Follow-Up Boss, and I'm really impressed with that system. But all of those are going to run you close to about $100 a month. Okay, so you have that intro level, and then you have kind of your mid-level. So what if this sounds like you? You are a team lead, you have 15 agents underneath you, and you're ready to really leverage those successes even further. You've got a hungry team that's ready for some leads, so maybe you want to look at a CRM that has a more robust marketing platform capability, something that is going to have in-house Facebook ads or Google pay-per-click ads, something like that. You want to bring in high volumes of leads through the internet. So when you're looking at that, you might want to look at systems like Curator, Boomtown ROI, or even Conversion. Those are all really good at having that Red Robin system for diverting leads to different team members, and also they have super robust marketing platforms that marry very well to the back-end CRMs in order to bring in those high volume of leads. And that's just another one of those situations where you have to understand what are your prospecting needs at the time, your lead generation needs at the time. If you have a high volume of team members and you're looking to really feed those hungry agents, you need to have a CRM that's going to have a more robust marketing platform and do it all in-house for you. And again, this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to CRMs. These are only the CRMs I know firsthand. You can look up a dozen other ones and they will all have pros and cons, but it just goes back to, I can't tell you what CRM is right for you. Only you can answer that question. So if you haven't yet, go back to my last video, learn how to break down the systems and workflows in your business, and then from there you will very easily be able to see which tasks you need to hand off to a CRM in order to make the most sound financial investment for your business. Your most important job as a real estate agent is staying top of mind with your audience to generate more leads that come from your sphere of influence, from past clients, and from long-term drip leads, right? And this is not an easy thing to do, and it doesn't come naturally. And in fact, I think this is probably why 87% of real estate agents drop out of the business in the first 5 years. So when you look at it that way, the CRM isn't important. What's important is determining how you can stay top of mind over time with your audience and the leads that you can generate from them. How do you need to reach your audience each day and each week and each month? How do they need to hear from you? What do they need to hear from you? Those are the questions that you should really be asking. Okay. A CRM is only a small part of the equation here. So keep that in mind when choosing your CRM. Throwing more money at a very expensive, robust system is not going to remove that hard decision-making process from how you stay relevant with your audience. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me on this coffee chat. You can follow us on our socials on Insta and Facebook. And also go ahead and check out the blog for more in-depth conversation on what we spoke about here, as well as all of the links to the CRMs that I mentioned in the video.